What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Play Death Road to Canada. Let's check out our streak info before we jump into a new game. We got stats, 6 consecutive wins. How many modes do we have under our belt? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are halfway there. I couldn't remember if we were at 4 or 5. We're going to do familiar extreme mode today. I think that's the best one to knock out next. And we are going to be using, well, let's switch our game mode. Familiar characters mode? No. Familiar characters extreme mode. Okay. Leader, we're gonna set in... We got a berserk mechanic. That might not be too bad. We're gonna go berserk martial artist as usual, and it's gonna be Patsy. And our buddy here is gonna be Bobby. Patsy, Bobby, familiar extreme, start. Alrighty. Hit the road. 8 food and 100 gas to start. That's like standard, right? Sometimes it changes based on what perks and traits you have. I knew that. The group spots an abandoned Yalmart off in the distance. It looks like it has been looted, but maybe there's some untouched loot inside. It's a moderate sluggish swarm. You know, it's just a starting location. That's all we got going on here. Let's jump into it. Hopefully we get, I don't know what, 8 food. That's probably only if we're lucky. Some ammo that neither of us can use, actually, but that's fine. That's pretty standard for extreme mode runs. We want martial artists on the team. One of them has to be berserk, one of them has to be paranoid. That's the way we roll. There is a new request for a new familiar face character, and don't worry, I've seen that. I'm gonna add it in. I haven't yet. I don't want to add it when we're doing extreme mode. I want to add it when we're doing regular mode, so I can use the perk and trait you requested. It was Jill something. So that's coming up in the run after the next run. Yeah, that's probably when I'll throw that one in there. Revert all the familiar face characters back to their normal perks and traits, because we need them like this in order to win. We're going to be getting a lot of berserk martial artists on this team in this run, which is a good thing. Hopefully we only get 2, and we train them a ton, and then we just win at the end. Maybe we even pick up a rare character along the way that can use guns. If we're lucky, we're probably going to need that, or just at least someone that can use a chainsaw, by which I mean a chainsaw. We just need to get a chainsaw. We have 2 people that can use a chainsaw. It's not that complicated. A toilet genie would actually be great. I didn't look at the toilet open stats. You could probably rewind a little bit here. Hit that rewind button on your remote control. Bobby, thank you. And see what it was when I looked at the stats screen. I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday. I think I mentioned it in a Nuclear Throne video I was recording, but I have officially worked out my recording schedule for up until I move to have enough videos for the time I'm not going to be able to do any recording, which means hopefully no downtime. There's not going to be any Dog and Pony shows, the live stream on Thursdays for a little while, maybe for a long while. Our living situation is a little wonky right now. Not sure what our internet situation is going to be like. It's an afterthought. Obviously, Patsy can't shoot the moose, but Patsy could probably wrestle the moose without dying. She did, and her strength went up, as did her morale. I like it. I wish we could have shot it to get some extra food, but that's fine too, and this is more than fine. Do we want to go to a convenience mart, get some food, maybe medical supplies, or do we want to go to the strength and fitness gym? I think we're set on food for a little while. Let's get combat-y. I choked a little bit there. I'm going to drink some water. Might have been a bad choice. We got Muscle Bomb Gym right here, I think. Let me take a sip of this water. All right. Might have been a bad choice. but I think we're gonna be good. We want to loot every building before the gym because the gym is right by the car. So, and after we use the gym, it's going to be at least 1, maybe 2 hours further ahead, depending on how many machines there are for stat training. It might be a good idea to train Bobby since she's most likely to survive, and Patsy's already trained strength once. I guess it depends on if it's fitness or strength. We want to keep Bobby alive. She's our only paranoid familiar face. I switched it from Xarn to Bobby. I do that usually just to get some different characters up in the mix here. Which means Xarn is back to being a berserker. And that means we're not going to encounter any more paranoid characters along the way, most likely, and we need them to handle bandits. So if Bobby dies, that's really bad. If we train her, it's a better chance that she does stay alive, right? Then again, I don't know what we'd have to select to get her to be trained and not get hurt. Gonna kill that thing. And that one. Oh, okay. I guess I missed. I guess Bobby killed it before I threw the bed. Or right after I threw the bed, but before the bed hit. All right. There we go. A little bit more to explore in this town. Not sure if there's any more open buildings, but there's at least some buildings to look at. Looks like we're done. Just got the gym. I think I want to train Patsy. Keep Patsy alive. She can keep Bobby alive, right? Of course, if I handle things like that anymore, you might not get either option. It's strength. Patsy can still train strength. What is her strength? It's pretty good. Where's my mouse? There we go. Status. Yeah, she can overtrain strength by 1, which means we want to set it to lift massive weight. If the bar ain't bending, you're just pretending. Strength and morale both go up. An hour passed, as expected. Ooh, toilets. Gasoline is whatever. We care about getting that toilet count up. I would love to get a toilet genie, and I think we'd probably give it to Patsy. Obviously, we want to give Bobby some additional survivability, which is making me not nervous, but I'm worrying about my decision-making skills when it comes to adequately training what is essentially a non-combative support character, but we want her to be combative. We want her to be a tank if possible. So I don't know. I just don't know. Always have a backup weapon. You never know when yours could break. Your fists aren't going to break, Patty. Don't you worry. We're just going to turn it off. Don't want to risk anything bad going there. I don't think either of us are going to be good mechanics. We got to have a plan in case the car breaks down. We do. We'll worry about that later. We're just going to go to sleep. No need to tell scary stories. Bobby's morale is fine. Patsy's is great. Don't want to ruin that. I bet it is going to be cold for everyone in Canada. Too cold for everyone. All right, we got an option to help someone out in need while scavenging. The group runs into a man covered in cardboard boxes. He says he's been stuck there for days. He has a rifle lying on the ground outside of his reach. Should someone steal his weapon? Patsy's going to steal all of his supplies. Bobby's loyalty is really high, so her morale actually went down. We got a rifle. I got a bunch of ammo. 21 rifle ammo in 2 different stacks there. 18 pistol, 12 shotgun, medical supplies, and food. That's excellent. Bobby's morale hit. It's a bad okay, now it's a really bad thing because of that conversation. But it should go up the next time we just sit down and have a meal. We're going to visit this trader camp. I still don't know why you wouldn't. Just with the possibility of getting free stuff, there's no reason not to go to a trader camp. I think it would be much better. 3 grenades for 12 food. We don't really have enough for that. I don't want to buy 1 grenade. We'll find grenades or get another opportunity to buy them. Gas to snacks? Absolutely no thank you. I think it'd be a lot better. There's an event where you get ambushed by bandits that you thought were a trader camp. By no anime. Probably gonna tell that guy to cool it. But you don't get an option there. The group meets a woman who is covered in hammers. Sledgehammer for 8 food. Leave her. This is a free recruitment right here, right? Yeah. Awesome. Jonathan is now a member of the team. Pretty darn good. We can do some training here. 6 food for training. Is that worth it? We'd be down to 1 food after 1 night. And we've only got 1 person that ever needs to heal. We're gonna leave. We're gonna tell him to cool it actually and get out of this camp. Say it, don't spray it. Jonathan's medical is terrible. Yeah, as expected. Let's stop for the night. Familiar faces. Hey, it's Max. Recruit him to the team. We got a full team. Good thing we didn't spend that food. Stop for the night. Get that morale boost. Stuck in a ditch. Wow. The car gets stuck in the ditch near a crappy dirt road. The group is the group is close to getting the car out when a roaming horde draws near. Now they must distract the zombies from getting too close. It's only 0.7 hours long. We should be good. Siege alert, there's no escape. It's going to be overwhelming, according to this. I don't think it's going to be too bad. None of us can shoot, so there's no point in using that gun. Oh, get bashing. Wow, that was a pretty bad starting location. But luckily, we're pretty good fighters. So, as I was saying, I think it would be way cooler if that trader camp bandits encounter could only happen. You choose to go to a trader camp, and then it tells you, oh, just kidding, they were actually bandits. Or even a fight, like, with other people. Luckily, Bobby's the one that took the damage. We are finally in a safe place. That was a little uncool for the starting position. Don't care about Bobby too much for that 1 damage, and we're good. I don't know if there's any loot. I'm just gonna leave. You know what? Let's hit the road. Yeah. Bobby will heal up. We have enough medical supplies. All right. We got some rifle ammo. Was hoping for gas, but that's fine. Morale and random skill gain, or Patsy +2 medical, or strength. Our morale is still pretty low. The +2 medical would obviously help us quite a bit. I think strength is our best option, though. Morale will go up for Bobby when we camp. I'm going strength. Bobby's strength is revealed. Patsy couldn't train it anymore, which is fine. We still got 3. Good. We're all going to be really good at fighting now. Maybe Bobby won't take damage in the next siege. Zombie watch. We're going to take shifts. And nothing bad happened. Bobby's morale goes up. Excellent. We are in good shape except for food. We just camped, so we're going to have some opportunities. Packed grocery store is that opportunity. Might be able to get a trading surplus. A tradable surplus. A surplus. If we can get 30 food here, that's enough for me. If we can get more than that, that's just icing on the cake. Except more nutritious than the icing. Because it keeps us alive and, you know, nutritioned. Nourished? Nourished. Oh, what? Why did my shopping cart just break? I didn't even throw it. I think one of the other people on our team just smashed my shopping cart. Really, the tire iron, Jonathan. The tire iron. I still think Kung Fu is typically the way to go. There's a few weapons. Someone mentioned the machete being a really good weapon to use. I believe it. I should probably try weapons more often as berserk martial artist. The cleaving on Kung Fu, if you can get a cleaving weapon, that's great, but a lot of cleaving weapons are pretty heavy, so you're sacrificing the amount of swings you can get, like, you know, attacks per second, plus the amount of fatigue that occurs as a result of it, so you're really low in your DPS there. You could pretty much Kung Fu infinitely when you have good fitness. That might not be the best option, but it's the one that I go with because it's the easiest to think about. Though I'll try out some weapons maybe in this run when we find them. We haven't really found much. I don't think tire irons are worth it. Apparently, Valkyrie's hammer, not that good. It uses a lot of what do you call it, stamina. So really, I'm tired. I do need to train fitness here. That'll be a good thing to get. Let's go inside, try to lure them out. That's good. It's good enough. If only we had TLB. I love him in these encounters. He's pretty bad in some other ones. He would have been great in that siege. With the cars around, just knock all the zombies over, clear huge crowds at once. But then in a house or something with no furniture, terrible. Just absolutely terrible. Didn't see that zombie. But we're safe-ish. Might have to go outside again. We're pretty cornered and there's a couple coming up from outside, so that was the right move there. I gotta stop luring them back and forth between the doors. Just let them come outside. There they come. All right. Yeah, we got this. This is gonna be easy pickings once these zombies are dead. Is that an expression? I know slim pickings. Is easy? No, I don't think easy pickings is a thing people say. Don't know where I got that. It's gonna be easy as pie though. Pie is actually a very difficult thing to make. I mean, you could buy a crust and then fill it with like Cool Whip. Oh, yeah, pie, great. But if you want to make a crust from scratch and get your filling just right, that's a tough thing to do. I made a pumpkin pie once. I bought a pumpkin, like a pie pumpkin, and ooh, there's a nightstand in the middle of this grocery store. That's normal. I made 2 pies, actually bought 2 pie pumpkins. I made the filling from scratch, scooped it out of a pumpkin, all that jazz. And the filling was delicious, and the crust didn't taste bad, but you couldn't cut through it with a knife. You could kind of gnaw through it with your teeth. I mean, obviously you didn't chew off your own piece of pie from the whole pie. Yet we cut through it with like a bread knife. That sawing action there. But yeah, you couldn't just cut into the pie like a normal pie. I overworked the dough. It got tough. It's not a big deal. I had just gotten my wisdom teeth removed, and they were really bad. So, like 2 days before, not even, like a day before making the pie, I was under full anesthesia, and the day I made the pie, I was on painkillers. Like I had to be put under general anesthesia. I was completely asleep for the surgery, on these painkillers because I have this. I don't think I have a low pain tolerance. I think I have a pretty decent pain tolerance, but once I hit that threshold of pain, I have an involuntary response where I just can't stop yelling. So I was taking these painkillers to avoid that. And, they made me pretty drowsy, but I had to make a pie, so I'm making this pie, and I overworked the dough. Otherwise, delicious pie. Probably shouldn't have tried to eat it because of the tough crust, but I put in so much work, I had to eat the pie. The tough crust and the fact that I was missing a lot of, 4 of the teeth that had grown sideways into my mouth and had some stitches in there that I probably should have been more careful about. I'm fine, I healed up just fine, but maybe not a risk you should take if you're ever in a similar situation. I got my wisdom teeth out the day before Thanksgiving, and it was my freshman year of college as well, so I had been eating dining hall food for 2 months. I go home, I get a painful surgery, and then the primary just engorge yourself on tasty food holiday out there of Thanksgiving. I can't eat half the food. I can eat like turkey if I mash it up with my front teeth. And I can eat sweet potatoes if I mash it up with my front teeth. But a lot of the stuff, not super edible. We are getting so much food. That's 40. I said I'd be happy at 30. We got 40. We can afford a chainsaw and gas at this point. So that's nice. We probably won't buy one. If we get the option, we might. But I'd say 50% of the time you get a free chainsaw on your run. Maybe 1 in 3. Maybe. I don't know. You have to choose the right events for it, obviously. All right. Let's get out of here. I think that's everything. If not, it's certainly enough. It's enough for me. We're done here. Did we get any gas? 1. Okay, that's not what I meant. I thought maybe we got a container. 44 food. Wow. Let's leave. Yep. All right. Can't believe we have a full party in the first episode of this run. All right, and that is all for now, but thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, and I sure hope you did, please don't forget to click that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I will see you in the next episode. And don't forget to tune in on Thursday, assuming this episode isn't coming out after Thursday, for Morrowind on the Dog and Pony Show at 1 p.m. Eastern, right here and on Twitch.